Hi there, everyone. It's Anil here. As you know, I recently ran a quarterly planning workshop with my clients. It's something I run 3 times a year just to help them step out of their business, review their long-term goals, hear what others are doing in their business, and put a new plan in place for the next 3 or 4 months. But as part of that workshop, what I did at the end of it was run a special session on attracting and retaining staff. I just know it's such a massive issue for a lot of businesses at the moment. Most businesses have plenty of work on. They've got plenty of work on their books, in their pipeline, but they're struggling to find good people to help them get that work done. So I'm going to share my screen and take you through some of the principles that that I went through with my clients and others on the workshop a few days ago. And it's just really an opportunity to share what I covered off with them. Obviously, you won't have the same opportunity to hear the discussion that we had, but I just want to share with you some of the principles and help you rethink a little bit about how you can possibly do things to find better staff in your business and also to hold on to them. All right, so the first thing to think about is, I know that most businesses that I work with, that I know out there, they've got plenty of work on, so they're not really that focused on marketing their business for new customers. But what we need to refocus on and rethink is how to market our business for new employees or prospective new employees. All right, so even though you're probably not used to doing much marketing, it's really re-looking at the function of marketing, and it needs to be refocused on selling your business to prospective employees and staff and new team members. All right, so there's a few principles here that I'd like to take you through, and it is about thinking like thinking about as a new staff member just like you would a prospective new customer. All right, so you need to start wooing them. You need to start showing them why you are a great place to work. And I know that can be a bit foreign for a lot of people because, in the past, we probably expected that, people are fortunate to have a job, but now things have really turned and we need to accept the fact that it's an employee's market. It's hard to find good people. And so you need to do the best you can to position your business in this very competitive space of employment and finding people. So a few things to think about. One is to look at updating and modernizing your website. Some businesses out there have got so much work on; they're established in the market that they don't even have a website, or they don't really expect anyone to look at their website. But if you're advertising for staff, if you're looking for people, especially younger people, they're going to go onto Google, they're going to look up your website, and they're going to expect to see a good-looking website. So really think about that. Also show them that it's a great place to work. And this means on your website, show photos of your team, explain why it's a great place to work. Just like in the past, you probably have thought about, well, here are the benefits of using us as a supplier when you're dealing with customers. You need to think in the same way and think about, well, here are the reasons why we are a great place to work. Okay, so really think about that. The third point is having a careers page. So I've got a landscaping client, for example, who went to a lot of effort to try to find a new tradesperson in their business. They couldn't find anyone. They went through all different channels. They used recruitment consultants. They advertised on Facebook. They did a whole range of things, but they couldn't really find anyone. No one suitable anyway. So what I told them to do is, just put a careers page at a minimum. Introduce and create a new page that's just for careers. Here are the careers that we have. Here are the roles that we have in our organization, and also change the focus of the website to be more around the team. Showing the people that work there. Start putting posts on Facebook, not just about the work they do, but also the people in the business, and having a bit of fun, all of that type of thing. But back to the careers page. They just had someone come out of the blue, look at their website, and apply directly for a tradesperson role from their website, from their careers page. All right, so that's what I mean by making it easy for them. Have the roles spelt out, but then also have an easy way that they can just click a button, enter in their details and make an inquiry. Especially younger people, they're used to interacting with businesses in that way. As I said, regular social media posts to create awareness. Even if you don't need more business, social media is a fantastic way to let people know about your business, let prospective employees know about your business. And it's a great way for then other people who see that post to tag other people they know into that. So then they get told about your business, right? So definitely think about social media in that way. It's not just about advertising about roles. You still need to showcase what you do and create that general awareness about your business. But then the next point is advertising on social media, not just posting an ad, but also boosting it, using the ad management side of Facebook and so on. All right. So really, if you don't understand that part of it, then reach out to me. I'm not an expert in this area, but I can put you in touch with people who can help you. Next point is reaching out to your suppliers, your partners, and other networks that you have. So ask them if they know anyone. I know that if you build that network out there in the industry, that when you let people know that you're looking for someone, they'll start looking out for you. All right, so it's all about building those relationships out there. Now, I do have some clients that offer a finder's fee to existing staff, and obviously it's a way to tap into the staff, your staff members or your team members' networks. So just be careful about that. But just like we would maybe offer a referral fee for someone who gives us a referral or send them a gift, the same way, think about possibly rewarding your staff for introducing people into your business. Now, once again, it depends on the culture of the business. It depends on the business. So if you want to have a chat about that, then just let me know. Building relationships with schools and TAFEs. I've got a client who runs a big joinery company, and they are building these relationships with local schools. They're doing factory tours for schools. It's just another way to tap into that market of young people, before they start looking and possibly not even seeing you because they're just using their own network. Whereas if you can start tapping into that school network, building relationships with careers people, there are also organizations that help link schools and school leavers with businesses. So really look at how you can use those and build those relationships. And the last point is an interesting one. Even if you don't have a current role, a lot of smart businesses will actually cultivate relationships with future team members with the role in mind in 12 months or 18 months. So an example of this, I've got a client that does IT infrastructure for other, for corporates, but also for other IT providers. And they're just about to hire an operations manager, someone that they've been speaking with for 12 months plus. And they didn't have a role 12 months ago, but they knew they were growing and they knew there would be a role coming. And so it is about cultivating these relationships. All right. So just once again, think about hiring people like you would marketing and developing customers. Okay. All right. So there's no point going to all this trouble of finding good people to join your business if you can't retain the good people that you already have. All right. So this is the other part that we covered in the workshop a few days ago. All right. So here's some points again. It's much easier to retain people if you've got the right people on the bus in the first place. All right. So when you're recruiting, just keep in mind, do you think they're going to be a fit with the business? Are they going to be a long-term staff member? So really just make sure that you've got the right fit in the first place. And part of it is that understanding what their values are, what your values are. Will there be a match in terms of attitude and behaviors? The other thing is being able to explain to the people where your business is heading, what your business does, how does it help other people and your customers, what do you believe in? And that's not only important for existing staff, but definitely in that recruitment process to see how whether they buy into that and whether they get excited about those sorts of things. All right. So really getting clear on that yourself first, so you can share that with your existing team, but also with with new people in that recruitment process. With your team, share your goals. Obviously understand, let them know where they fit into that. It helps them really appreciate what they do, why they're doing it, and how it's helping the business. Okay, so definitely share those sorts of things with them. The next I've already talked about, values, understanding what sort of culture you want to create. Not only do people want to join a company and work for a company that they understand on a more logical level, this is what we're doing and this is why we're doing it for other people and how we're helping our customers, but they want to feel that they belong and that they fit. Okay, and that's why the right culture, the right value alignment is all very important. So just have a think about that. The next is pretty easy. Give them the tools to succeed. There's no point setting those expectations, telling them what where the business is heading, if you then don't back it up with the right tools, whether it's physical tools, whether it's training, whether it's IT, but also more importantly, your time. You need to give them your time, help them learn about what's expected, train them up, be there to answer questions and mentor them along the way. The next one's about reward and recognizing. So obviously you want to be able to recognize when people do things right, but also reward them, not just in dollars, but also possibly training and developing them, travel opportunities if that's important to them, promotions if the business allows that. So there are other ways to reward people and recognize people other than by dollars. The next one's an important one. Make sure that they feel that they can come to you to talk about things. If that, I know some people aren't comfortable coming to bosses and managers to talk about issues. If they're not, then you really need to have a more structured process to catch up with them once a month or once a quarter, understand how they're feeling. And I liken this to, if you are a salesperson or an account manager, you might have a whole range of customers that you deal with, and some of them you want to check in monthly because they're either your A-grade customers or they need that more regular catch up. Others you might catch up with quarterly, others might be 6 monthly or annually. So think about your team in the same way. There may be some people that it warrants having a regular monthly catch up, and this is not to talk about how they're, whether they're on track with their goals or their task. It's more just to check in, get some feedback, find out what's happening, and really just connect. Others might be quarterly and 6 monthly and so on. All right, so just make sure there's a way for you to really understand how they're feeling about things. There's one of the people mentioned in the workshop that I ran that they've been blindsided by good people who've just resigned and found jobs elsewhere. And these are people they didn't want to lose. And it's because they didn't really have an open communication process to really understand how people were feeling. Even though they felt they had their values documented, they shared their goals. If you're not giving people the time to be, or you finding the time to talk to people, to understand what's going on, to connect with them, then all of it can go to waste. And lastly, just looking at how to improve your leadership skills, your people skills in general. Learning how to understand people, really care about your people, a bit like their family. Taking responsibility for things that go wrong, staying positive, creating an environment of respect and trust. So all of these are just some general things that leaders need to develop. And as I said there in the last point, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Developing your leadership skills takes time, it takes work, but definitely look for ways to do that. And I've got CDs and books and training courses that I can recommend if you want to look at that as well. All right, so we obviously had an open discussion in the workshop, which we can't have now, but it was really a great opportunity for people to hear what others are doing, ask questions. But I'm always open if you want to shoot me an email or organise a time to catch up. and we can go through that. So last up, I know it's great to sit through these, and I appreciate you watching these videos, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting things done. So what I want you to do is just go through those 2 slides again, have a think about what you can do, and just write down 2 or 3 or 5 things that you think you can implement in the next 3 to 6 months, and just start prioritizing these sorts of things. So that's it from me. I'll just stop my share. That's really all I wanted to cover off. Let me know if you need a hand with anything, and I wish you all the best and good luck with finding good people to join your business and helping it grow and helping it run. Talk to you soon. Bye.